Now we have to talk about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of White Castle, the Duke and Duchess of Waffle House. Now I got a ton of hate comments. You guys said, it's not fair to Waffle House. It's not fair to White Castle. You can't call them the Duke and Duchess of White Castle. White Castle is way too classy for those two little hucksters. The Duke and Duchess of Soho House. Maybe that's their nickname. You know, Meghan, she loves that guy from Soho House. Probably would have married him if he were straight. So let's talk about Prince Harry and why he's back in the news. So Prince Harry, I don't know if his brain is fried from all the mushrooms and the alleged psychedelics that he uses in California, but this man was in London last week and went door to door, knocking on people's doors and pressing their Ring cameras. Now, someone's Ring camera picked up this picture. It's been going viral. Imagine you're at home. Imagine you're at home and Prince Harry shows up at your door. Now, 10 years ago, a few years ago, I would have loved that if Prince Harry showed up at my door unannounced. Come on in, sweetheart. Let me pour you some tea. Let me give you some crumpets and scones. We all know I have a thing for gingers, but Prince Harry, he's turned into a little beta male bitch boy. He's basically been emasculated. He's allowed himself to be emasculated. So I don't really find him all that appealing anymore. But The Sun broke this story. Someone turned over the picture to them. We have the article here. So he was caught on this Ring camera. He's talking on the phone. Some of you commented, he looks like he was trying to score. People said he looks like he's trying to score drugs. I thought maybe he's going for an afternoon delight. Maybe he's going for a hookup, as some of you in the business world call it. Maybe he's going for a little nooner. If I weren't here during this show, I'd probably go get a little nooner myself, but I have to work, unlike Prince Harry. So one person said the housekeeper answered the door for Harry, but she did not recognize him. This is tough. If Prince Harry shows up at your door, you would probably recognize him, but this is how much he's been gone from the royal family, right? He left in 2020 before COVID. He's been long and forgotten. William, Catherine, King Charles, Camilla, they've gone on with their royal engagements. For all intents and purposes, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they're reality stars like the Kardashians, living in California, hawking jellies, jams, and dog biscuits. So let's go back to the article. Prince Harry, he knocked on 2 more houses after the first one with the housekeeper, and then he finally found his friend. He claims he was looking for a friend. I don't really know if I believe that, right? Prince Harry, you'd think he would know his way around London because he literally has streets named after him. He is Prince Harry. You would think the man knows his way around, but apparently not. So Prince Harry, he finally gets to his friend's house, right? He gets to his friend's house. He's having a good time, but this picture gets turned over to the newspaper, and I'm glad it did because it shows that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are also hypocrites and liars. Prince Harry, he was just in the UK. He lost his appeal for security, and let me explain this to you. Prince Harry, he got $100 million from Netflix. The man has never really had to work. All he's had to do is show up for a few social engagements, charity engagements. He is British royalty. He has never really had to work like the rest of us. But Prince Harry, he wants everyone else to pay for his security. He thinks he's the king himself. He thinks he's the president of the United States, and he deserves to have everybody pay and pick up the tab for his security when he goes out partying in London. No, you should have to pay for your own security, Prince Harry, and you're making millions and millions of dollars dining out on your name and your family heritage, Harry. So nobody should have to pay for your security. Harry also said he would never bring his family back to the UK. He said that last week in a BBC interview because it's so unsafe. Let's take a look and then discuss.
I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. You know, I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done. So, you know, I miss the UK. I miss parts of the UK, of course I do. And I think that it's really quite sad that I won't be able to show, you know, my children my homeland.
So Prince Harry wants us to believe that the UK is so unsafe he could never bring his children to his homeland. I could never go. I don't have security. I need the police to follow me around. He is a liar. That is a bunch of buffoonery, tomfoolery, and malarkey because clearly the man is going door to door like a gigolo. You call an order on the phone looking for his friend. He's looking for his friend, Prince Harry. You're out there looking for your friend. I'm sure you are looking for your friend because you didn't want to go back to Meghan Markle. Now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they are going overboard to show you they are in love. And they do this anytime William and Catherine are in the news with their children. Prince William and Catherine, they've been in the news constantly recently. They've done a ton of engagements. We're so happy to hear Catherine is back in good health after her cancer situation. We are sending you well wishes, Catherine. But I have to say, Prince Harry did make it back to Los Angeles in time for the Beyoncé concert. I think this is her Cowboy Carter tour, and it looks like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had a box. They're dancing, having a good time, taking high-definition pictures, posting videos, and Meghan Markle knows what she's doing, right? Let me just tell you, if you are secure and in a relationship that is secure, you don't have to try this hard to show everybody you are happy. But Meghan Markle, like I said, she's turning into a Kardashian. And this is what the Kardashians do. They used to post everything. They would post their boyfriends, whether they were dating basketball players or rappers. They would show everything off to say, look, our lives are perfect. And then you find out Kim Kardashian's married to a freaking Nazi, okay? Life wasn't so perfect behind the scenes. You found out Kris Jenner was married to someone who wanted to become a woman. So they want to project this perfect life. And that is what Meghan Markle is trying to do with Prince Harry. She is showing you she is madly in love. But I am kind of calling a flag on the play. I don't really know what that means, but it's a sports term. I'm calling a flag on the play on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Now, this next clip I want to show you, it's been going viral the last few days. It shows just how insufferable Meghan Markle is. Take a look, try not to vomit, try not to gag, and then we'll discuss afterward. Roll it.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. My business hasn't gotten traction yet. No one's picked up my book proposal yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
The power of yet.
I have not gouged my eyeballs out yet. I haven't stabbed myself in the ears yet. I haven't thrown my computer across the room yet. What the hell was that? That was the most liberal, garbledy-goop therapy bullshit I have heard in a very long time. And this isn't even who Meghan Markle is, right? Meghan Markle was some wannabe actress. She was probably doing God knows what, allegedly, on the casting couch. She was always trying to find a rich, famous man to glom onto. And look, I'm not even hating the hustle. If Meghan Markle would do a podcast on how to find a rich man, how to find a rich prince, bag him, and move into the royal family and live in a palace, I would listen to that podcast. But she's out here doing confessions of a female founder. What has Meghan Markle found except a rich husband? What has she found except someone to produce her jams, jellies, and disgusting dog biscuits? Meghan Markle hasn't found anything, but she's portraying herself as this self-made woman, this genius, this business maven, this entrepreneur, this female founder. I call a bunch of BS. Meghan Markle, you also got $100 million from Netflix. You are not some self-made woman. You found an eligible bachelor prince, Prince Harry, the most eligible bachelor on earth. You had a royal wedding, you moved into the palace, and then you decided after 18 months to abscond to the US because you're lazy and you didn't want to work. Meghan Markle, it was too much for her to show up for some social engagements, to do some ribbon cuttings, to eat crumpets and scones. That is who Meghan Markle is. She doesn't want to work. She's a lot like the Democrats in Washington, D.C. I actually see a lot of Jasmine Crockett and Meghan Markle because they're pretending to be something they're not, and also they want to twerk, they don't want to work. That's Meghan Markle. She really is allergic to doing hard work. So sitting on this podcast and going, it hasn't happened yet. Your business is going to take off yet. That is ridiculous. I would love for Meghan Markle to spend 5 minutes in a real person's shoes who doesn't have $100 million, who's not married to a prince, who doesn't have a ton of investors from Netflix and outside forces, right? I would love for Meghan Markle to try and start a business that way because she had no success on her own. She was a B, C, maybe D-list actress. She conned the royal family into thinking she was some big Hollywood star. None of us knew who she was. Prince Harry was going around in the engagement interview saying, she's a big-time Hollywood actress. We just didn't know how she would act. She's a big-time Hollywood star. Who? I don't know Meghan Markle from Adam. Who the hell are you, Meghan Markle? I'm glad you married well, but stop trying to portray yourself as some genius female founder. It's ridiculous.